Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's Jay the Great here. We got me and Batman here today, back with a classic stream. Plenty to discuss, both good and bad. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good President's Day. A good
Yes,
beginning,
sir.
first half of February as well. I hope you guys are doing well, and we're back at it. We're back at it. We missed last week, but we do not want to miss many weeks this year. We wanted to grind for you guys, put out good content for you guys as much as possible, especially with these unfortunately dark times as a society on a societal level for many reasons, which we'll get into today. Um,
Yep.
Let me go ahead and let the people know we are live. Hope you guys are doing well. There are some pre-established questions pre-live stream. If you guys would like those answered, you can comment it in on these streams. You can join our discords. We have podcast question sections. You guys can ask whatever you guys want. It doesn't have to even be anime. We have a few here that we're going to answer to start out the pod. Feel free to ask anything in this, in the chat. We're an open book here. We like to keep it versatile and keep it controversial. That's what the people want to hear. So, hope you guys are all doing well. Let's see what you guys have to ask here. There's a few out here. So, let's see here. We got a couple right here. Give me a second, folks. Should be right. All right. So, I shout out to Dark Flame. He said, "I got one for you. How would you amp the other members, not including Naruto and Sasuke, of the Konoha 12 as of Boruto if you had to?" All right, so if we had to amp these individuals in the Boruto era, Rock Lee, 8 Gates,
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
Honestly, the
But he
others,
fucking dies.
yeah. Honestly, the others,
Kiba's fucked. Kiba's
yeah,
fucked.
you,
Choji's fucked. They're all fucked. And the reason why, like, if you guys include the Boruto anime, because I don't remember if it was shown in the manga, but in the anime, there's a scene where the Konoha 12 try to participate in one of the main events of the villains, and Ishiki just bitches them all. Like he just doesn't even try.
yeah,
Like they're just done. They're fodder. They're irrelevant. And then like Delta, who's also there, like she's completely beyond fucking Konohamaru, which Konohamaru is like probably the strongest Jonin at that point in time. He's like the Kakashi of Boruto era, you know.
yeah,
Um, and they're like, it's like if he can't even fuck with these guys like Kashi Kojin, Delta, the whole nine, and then we have people like Jigen and Ishiki, like they're just, it's like, what do you do, bro?
yeah. As
like,
far as like,
like I don't know,
yeah,
like give him a karma or something. Shit.
yeah, pretty much like. What's going on, John? John, what's going
Yeah.
on? Terry, on. By the way, thanks for reminding me, John. I appreciate you guys for the support. We're getting close to 10K. You guys are good for all the support over the years. We'll keep grinding. This
Yes,
just gives
sir.
us
Keep up
more.
the support, Jets.
Yes,
Get him up there.
sir. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Gets up in the algorithm. This just gives us more fuel to post more stuff for you guys, from streams to content. You guys see on the screen TikTok, X. We want to stream there eventually. We want to give you guys plenty of content in many forms to keep you guys entertained, to keep you guys,
Sure.
when you guys get home or some shit, you guys can chill out. That's what we're trying to do. If we even make one person's life more entertaining, that's a dub. So appreciate y'all. But yeah, going back to Boruto amps, yeah, guys that aren't Naruto and Sasuke or Sakura or even Rock Lee, honestly, the only way to really give them an amp is karma. I mean, they're or just
Karma,
illogical upscaling.
and I
You
was
know?
gonna say a Tail Beast too, Jay, but that doesn't even work because Killer B got bitched by
Yeah,
Momoshiki
he's
and the other
irrelevant.
guy.
Yeah,
He just got either killed or we just don't really know, but they didn't really give us much info. It was implied that he died because
yeah.
they took
Power scaling wise, like he was irrelevant in that
if your
altercation.
B juice extracted.
Yeah,
Yeah, like and
exactly.
Killer B's strong. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Killer B, like shit, he was very strong in the war. So like, imagine how strong he was in Boruto, and he just goes down like that by Momo and the other dude. Like so like even a tail beast with the eight tails wasn't even enough to
fodder.
contend within a certain like maybe Killer B could have contended with at least like Delta or Kashi Kojin, maybe you know.
Yeah,
But like we just don't really know. That's the problem. So like even a tail beast really isn't the way unless you can give the nine tails. That's the only way. The nine tails and full cooperation or a karma. That's the
yeah.
only two amps I could see where they could be relevant in the Boruto series.
Basically, yeah,
Because look at Kawaki and Boruto. They needed fucking karma the whole
yeah.
time.
It'd have to be karma
Like
or illogical, basically, literally illogical upscaling to where they're just magically stronger. It's the only way.
Yeah,
Um,
and then even in Naruto in part one, like Naruto consistently always needed the Nine Tails to help him out, and because he was the Ashura incarnation, like he had such a massive stamina and chakra reserves, so that was also a bonus too. While Sasuke, same thing, Indra, and then on top of it with like all his, his bloodline, his hacks, and then given a fucking curse mark, artificial sage mode, and then eventually he gets the EMS. Like they always just had shit along the way, right?
yeah,
The side characters, they don't get that. They just have to train traditionally and just get what they can get. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all they
organically.
could. And
Yeah.
I think the best we've ever saw for growth was with the five Kage, where we saw like Gara, Chojuro, you know what I mean? Like all of them fighting like against Momo, and they could fight him in his base, which was very impressive. So they were like Uzuki level. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
were that level. There was relativity, but the moment that man went into his fused Momo Shiki form and got amped, he bitched them all like instantly, and only Naruto and Sasuke could fight.
Yeah.
At that point.
That's the problem.
Maybe but like they had like decades to get that strong though too. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
decades. If we're bringing these characters from Naruto Part One, like that's not happening even time wise. And then and they have been around for that long too, yet they were nowhere near as strong as Gara and those other Kages. There's a reason why they're the Kages and they're not.
Exactly. It's just
So
the tremendous gap in improvement for the villains from Naruto to Boruto. It's quite large, and
it's
because
crazy.
because we have no data or empirical data on any of these from the Konoha 12 aside from obviously the main characters. It's there have to be like entire arcs dedicated to explaining why they're stronger, or they have to just a logical
Yeah.
upscaling to where it's like
Uh,
it's bullshit.
Another thing too, Jay, like the only like exception factor
Mm.
was Orochimaru. Like you'd have to be like a Sonning, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Orochimaru, like he was still relevant in board. So like, because Konohamaru was getting bitched by like these certain Kara like inners or whatever, whatnot. Like the old dude that had like all five
Oh
chakra
yeah, yeah.
natures, healing, regeneration, all that bullshit. And Konohamaru couldn't fuck with that guy, but then Orochimaru came down and just bitched him, like just said, "Hey, I'm him still." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's Sonning status. That's also training throughout time, and the Sonning have always been over the Konoha 12 members. So there's just no hope. There's no
Yeah,
hope.
there's really no hope, and
Like,
I would say, yeah, it's
uh,
just because of the large gap in power from Naruto to Boruto. It's almost impossible to logically make people
like
relevant that haven't
like maybe
grown.
if Amato does like some robot fucking amplifications, that could work. I could see that. Like if he like what he did with Delta and and all the other shit with the inners or making karma, like all this bullshit, right? Like if he could somehow do something and put that to like their body to amp them, that I could somehow see where they can maybe somehow be relevant now. But that's about it though. That's at
Yeah,
best of what I can think of is a motto,
facts.
because he's
Yeah,
super smart.
scientific
Yeah.
tools. Yeah, who y'all got? Legion
Yeah.
of Boom, Legion of Boom era Seahawks or versus 2019 Chiefs. 2019 Chiefs were a good team. Let's just say this though: if the Legion of Boom was able to defeat the statistically best offense of all time, which was the Broncos, they could beat any other team,
Yep.
unless we see an offense surpass the Broncos, which haven't, from my knowledge, since they lost to the Legion of Boom in the Super Bowl. And in general, regardless, I just think defense win championships. If you could stop
Yep.
the weapon that the main weapon of a team to which is that scores highly, then it doesn't matter how good the offense is if they
Like,
can't
what do you do?
produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like,
Legion of Boom would need a team to defeat that team. You would need a very well-rounded team that has at least a decent defense to offset the different, the tremendous defense they had. Um, you would need a
yeah,
solid defense and offense to compete against the Legion of Boom. A prolific offense just isn't enough. It isn't enough.
it's
Clearly,
not.
I mean, Payton was in
It's
his
not.
prime with the best offense of all time and couldn't beat them. So that goes to
Yep.
show you that defense win championships. I'm so excited for Bleach. That's I can't wait to see
Yeah.
more Bleach. Thousand Year Blood War was peak. When part one, two, and I believe three came out.
I'm still
Very deep.
behind, Jay. I still haven't even seen the newest or like the previous shit they did. Like
Yeah,
the technically the newest. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it
I
was
gotta
so
watch
peak.
that. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rewatch it all. I'm gonna start from the beginning to refresh my memory,
Yeah,
and then get to like the Thousand War shit. You know?
they really are
But,
showing the power of like the upper echelon characters, particularly Ewok, the Quincy,
oh god,
Yamamoto, Ichigo to an extent now that he's becoming more relevant. They really show,
yeah,
especially Aizen, when the guy was incarcerated and he fucking kills someone just based on just from his spiritual pressure alone. Like that guy's a monster.
that's
I just
ridiculous.
like his
Yeah.
literal aura killed
Spiritual
somebody.
pressure. That's like
Yeah,
some Gojo shit. Remember when like
literally.
Gojo was like
Yeah,
just killing that guy, like
he's like
walking up
walking towards him. That's
and
literally what
crushing
Aizen
her on the
did.
wall? Yeah.
Yeah, like a fly in the wall. Literally, I'm like, bro,
Uh,
that's his literal aura killed somebody. That's how strong he is. That's fucking insane. But yeah, I'm very excited for Bleach. Aizen's a monster. Ewok is just he's becoming more and more of a fan favorite because of how he's portrayed and displayed. The whole
yeah.
story is it's brilliant. It was brilliant. Thousand Year Blood War was brilliant. Can't wait to see more. We definitely got to touch upon that here when that drops. It's gonna be fire. It's definitely gonna
Yep.
be fire. But W Bleach. Next up, shout out to Ode. Best and worst fights in Naruto Boruto. So we've done best many times. We've never really gone over the
Yeah.
worst. So Ino versus Sakura,
Worst.
horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that just immediately comes to my mind.
immediately.
Same thing.
Anything with 10-10. Kiba versus Naruto.
Yeah.
That was fucking dog shit. I mean, he literally shit in his
Well,
face and killed him.
no, no. Well, I'll say this. Yeah, I'll wait. Yeah, that's definitely part of the top five. If we're doing like a top five,
Yeah,
Kiba and Naruto for sure. But let's be real. 10-10 versus Tamaru was even worse. Like
that
it
shit was
was
ass.
like just a straight up
It wasn't even a fight.
like just
Yeah,
it was just yeah, she was just throwing weapons the whole
it was
time.
a
None of
bitching.
it worked. And
Bitched her.
then she does one wind move and she's done.
She
Yeah.
got bitched in one move. Literally, that's yeah. That was
Oh,
horrible.
Dozu versus Choji.
Oh
Fucking dog
god,
shit.
eating chips
Fucking
and
dog.
shit.
Like,
Yeah,
that man
nah.
got bitched.
He got fucking bitched.
But what do you know? It's a trend. The fucking side characters that are just getting bitched the whole time. You know what I mean?
Spanked.
Like,
Yeah, it's like damn.
yeah,
That
like
was
Rock Lee and Neji and Hinata were like the only like real like Konoha 12 like G's that were
yeah.
actually holding their own and doing shit.
They actually like fought respect.
Shino too. My bad. My bad. I'm over
Oh,
here being
Shino
disrespectful.
cooked.
Shino too.
Yeah, he
He had
cooked
that
too.
dog in him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shino was yeah. That's the same. But yeah, like so Sakura and Ino, Kiba Naruto, Choji Dozu, 10-10 and Tamaria, that's already four, right? Like
yeah.
if we do like a fifth, what trying to think.
What's
Because
another
part one
dog
Naruto
shit fight?
had a lot of bangers, really. So
Yeah,
it's
a
kind of
lot
hard
of
to think of
bangers.
like the shit ones. Okay, I'll say this: like the moment when the Team Seven's in the Forest of Death and they're fighting all those weird Genjutsu, like hidden rain
Oh yeah,
clone
that shit
shit.
was low key.
That shit was
Yeah,
annoying.
that shit was annoying.
Yeah, it was just like, what are we doing? Yeah,
It's like
it was just
fodder
like, yeah.
fights.
So I'll
Yeah,
say that. I'll bring that up. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a good
But
one. That was
that's
very forgettable.
yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely up there. Boruto, anything filler in the anime is dog shit. Any
yep.
fights in the filler for the most part. That's how you enter that.
Yeah, Boruto, like it,
All tuning exam fights, all the tuning
it's
exam
yeah,
fights.
it's just like yeah. There like every fight we had at the beginning of Boruto basically was basically literally dog shit. The only time it was good was when we saw Kakashi,
Yeah,
we're speaking anime, so we're including
yeah,
both manga and
yeah,
anime. But Kakashi, anytime we saw him, it was a W because it's Kakashi, right? Anytime we saw the original OG characters, W. That's where all the good fights were. And the only tuning exam fight that I actually really enjoyed was Naruto and Sadara fighting against what's his name? The guy that uses Iron Sand
Oh,
like the fucking
Shinky.
the strongest Katsuκage. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's dope.
that guy's
Shinky's
a
dope.
dog. He's a dog.
Yeah, that was a cool fight. It was kind of reminding me of like Sasuke versus Gar all over again.
Facts. Yeah,
But it took fucking both of them,
yeah,
Boruto and Sadara,
together.
like, and they're both geniuses, really strong, like rising on, the whole
Yeah,
nine.
Shinky's a monster.
Well, actually, no, Naruto didn't. Boruto didn't have rising at that time. I forgot. Otherwise, he would have just used that. But it was really dope. Like that's when Boruto cheated and had to use like the purple lightning with the ninja tool to beat Shinky. But like that was a cool fight. And then also then it was the second time the tuning exams happened because it was two times. And it was what's that bitch's name? Choji's daughter?
Oh,
That,
Chocho.
that fat ass?
Yeah,
Yeah, Chocho, like she unlocked her butterfly state way earlier than Choji
way
without
earlier.
the pills
Way earlier.
on top of
Yeah.
it, like, which is insane. That's a fucking feat, remind
Yeah.
you. But yeah, she did it without the
It's like
pills,
scrapping with
and she
Sarda.
fights Sadara.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool fight. Like Sadara's winning, then she amps herself, and Sadara's like, oh fuck, and then Sadara had to do the Shidori, and then they have like a epic clash in the end. It's
Yeah, that
like
was wild.
the fist versus that was pretty crazy. It
Yeah.
was pretty dope. But it was cool, right? Like we got it. Basically, that's the closest you're gonna get to seeing like Choji versus Sasuke or fucking Naruto.
Yeah.
In a
That's
way.
crazy.
If he, but yeah, that was about it. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like part one Boruto was really shit. Like that was like the worst fucking fights. It was just literally all the filler and just all the bullshit, bro. It was just
Facts.
so
Too
bad.
much bullshit.
It was so
Very
bad.
forgettable.
Yeah.
I think more people are accepting Bleach at Universal Plus. I'm excited specifically for the upskill statements fees that gets added because you can actually consider it to be canon due to Kubo actually being involved. Actually, from my understanding, yeah, it's going to be canon because from my understanding, he actually stated, I believe, now correct me if I'm mistaken, that the anime that's being produced and released now is what he originally intended the manga to be, but because of his illness and the rushing that took place, he never got to tell the story the way he intended to. So you can even argue that this is
Yeah.
more canonical than the manga. So yeah, absolutely. Can't wait for Boruto to
You
get
sure?
animated. Tubular Vortex, dude, that shit's gonna be peak, bro. That shit is gonna be peak. When fucking
Should be so good.
when Boruto claps code animated, that's gonna be peak. I hope they
That'd
do
be
it.
good.
I hope they do it right this time and not follow the footsteps of part one. There's no way they could fuck that up. Tubular Vortex has been too consistently good. They would have
Yeah,
to.
no, yeah. Like the
Yeah.
time skip of Boruto has been like, if the anime fucks that up, they should just give it up. Like just
Facts.
hang the fucking I'll, like at least we'll eventually get like the really good shit. But I really hope they don't do what they did with Boruto Part One, where it was just nothing but nonsense. Like just
Bullshit.
it
Yeah.
just wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I'll give Naruto this all day, every day. If Naruto ever had filler or added other things that weren't shown in the manga, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was
Like it was
entertaining.
really rare for it to be like stupid, right?
Yeah.
It was still either very entertaining or some really badass shit. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
it was either Kiwi Naruto like fucking up someone or Rock Lee going drunken fist again. It was always some cool shit, you know. But or we got like Gara fighting like the Mist Ambu and Naruto trying to help and shit. Like there was always really cool stuff. But Boruto, like, it was bad, man. It was really
Yeah.
bad. Like it was like, bro, there's an episode where they're drawing fucking paintings. Like
That
they're
was so
drawing. That's
retarded.
the whole episode.
Yeah.
Just painting art.
Remember, like an entire
like,
episode dedicated to fucking them blowing up a fucking hot air balloon. I'm like, this is retarded, bro. I don't know.
literally, or one where it's like girls versus boys. It's like them doing the most stupidest
Oh
fucking
my god, bro.
like
That shit is
games.
so ass. Minato
Yeah,
would
no, like,
he'd
I'm
be
sorry.
fucking rolling over in his grave, bro. He'd be like, the fuck.
Like you want to know what you want to know the crazy thing is? It all makes sense. There's a reason Part One Naruto didn't show any Academy Day fucking shit. There's a reason
Facts,
because
bro.
it's fucking stupid. It's literally preschool,
Irrelevant.
fucking dumb
Fucking
ninja, irrelevant
preschool.
ninja. Like,
Yeah. Like they're playing fucking
literally, bro. Like
hopscotch during lunchtime. Like,
it's
bro,
not
what
even
the fuck?
kindergarten. Kindergarten's like getting, you know what I mean? And then
Bro.
you have middle school, which is like tuning. Then you have like high school, which is joning, and then you got fucking right after that, right?
like,
So
bro.
like it was some preschool ass fucking bullshit.
This is bullshit. Yeah, I'm like, bro, no one gives a fuck about Boruto playing hopscotch with Sarada during recess. Like, bro, we want to see fucking violence, bro. What the fuck? No, that's fucking bullshit.
Literally, man.
Fucking
It was so bad.
low key ass, bro, or high key ass, I should say. Which is cooler, Purple Lightning or Onk's Chidori? Visually, I do still
Black
favor,
Chidori for
yeah, the
me.
Black Chidori shit's fire. That shit is fire.
Yeah, that shit's just fucking
The-
fire.
the
Like when
shade-
Sasuke did Sage Mode to his Shidori,
Yeah,
and it turns black, which again, I'll never understand why that never ever happened in Shippuden again.
yeah, I don't understand that.
He just never had a black Shidori. Like he had it in part one, but then like never ever was shown to get a black Shidori against Datara or fucking anybody. Like
That shit would've
nobody.
been
Like
gas.
just I'm like, where did it go?
Yeah,
Like,
would've been gas.
but yeah, but that's the best. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Facts.
Like, and then even the Rasengan, like a purple Rasengan, that shit was dope.
Facts.
Where did that go?
Yeah.
Like where did it go?
That shit was
Like,
fire, fire.
Like, I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Apparently, the JJK season looks great too. I need to catch up to that. Yeah, I've heard as well. I need to catch up to that. All right, so now we get to actually shout out to Shinobi again, man. Hope he's all right. There's actually a question asked in his server. Shout out to Shinobi again. God willing, he's all right. Shout out to Metro. Appreciate it. So this is a more serious question. I'm sure this has been on the minds of many. Please talk about the Epstein files. What do you think is real and what is not, and what do you think is not, and your overall opinion? So, unfortunately,
Yeah.
we a lot have come to light. Um, the darkness always comes to light, like Drizzy said. So I'll essentially say that the Epstein files, with the release on January 30th of this year, it just showed the minds of many, the communications that Epstein had with other perpetrators. I'm not even going to go into detail of what's been on there. For free to look them up yourself. They're in the Department of Justice website. It's disgusting. It's
Yeah.
truly, truly saddening as far as what has taken place and what did take place during his time when he was running that ring, essentially. Many people that were listed on there. There are very, very many, too many to list right now, but very
Jay-Z was one
unfortunate.
of them.
Yep, Jay Z was one of them. Very unfortunate. I will say Epstein had his hand in a lot of pockets. He was a financial advisor. He was apparently a prolific one, according to those people. He would
Yep.
advise very, very high profile people. And let's just say this from what was released, there were people from many different realms of notoriety that were involved. Not just fucking actors and artists, but I'm talking government officials, worldwide
Yeah.
leaders, billionaire, businessmen. Like it's truly, truly disturbing, very concerning.
Now I will say this, like that's all really fucking concerning, like Jay's saying.
Yeah,
But here's the problem. If the evidence was so damning or so strong, then why is it not being brought up in court? And why is the FBI or even the police or any detective like enforcing that to where boom, bam, bada boom, now they're locked up and dealt with, right?
yep,
So that's where it does raise the question, like, is the evidence just not strong enough, like to where it's inconclusive, right? And you can't really, in the court of law, like they're just still going to get away with it. There's no point, whatever. Or maybe it's not worth the risk, or it's the evidence is just circumstantial or extremely subjective, and
facts.
just kind of, puts him in the crosshair in the sus radar.
Yep,
So, like, I'll say this bare minimum, they're all fucking sus at the end of the day, right? But concretely, to say whether or not if that is the case and if they were involved and blah, 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 that's where the problem arises, right? Because if it was, then why is it not being brought into to fruition? You know what
yeah.
I mean? So
Here,
it's
here,
something to think about.
yeah,
But
that's definitely
yeah,
true. And like Batman said, what's truly concerning is the the very real possibility that because certain people could or have been compromised, that these files are being redacted in a intentional and calculated way. Now I know the FBI and what other parties are involved are saying, "Oh well, we have to redact the victims' names, etc., etc." Okay, I understand that. Of course there's minors involved. What's going on,
that's a
Raspberry?
bunch of bullshit,
That's
though. Yeah,
bullshit
it's a bunch of
because
nonsense. Yeah, they're
if
just coping.
yeah, because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's about justice being served. It's about
the
the
truth. Yeah.
darkness coming to light and those that committed these crimes to be brought to justice. So if the FBI is
Like
calculating,
like if it's nothing to worry about, and if
yeah,
it's not, and it's not like bad, or it's then show it. You're
yeah,
right. Like
it's a
I
lot.
don't see the problem.
It seems illogical to over time release the files. That's just very
Yeah.
bizarre to me. It almost makes you think, what is being removed? What is being scrubbed? Like what is
See,
the
but I'm glad you brought that up, Jay,
yeah,
because that was the other thing I was going to mention. Or worst case scenario, there's really some unfortunate and very concerning corruption to where they have all the info and it is very bad, but they don't want to set off that Hollywood bomb. They
yeah,
just don't. You know what I mean?
exactly.
For whatever reasons, money, whatever. I don't know what the reasons are, but they don't. And that is very fucking concerning.
Very concerning.
Very, very concerning.
Yeah,
So and that's the worst case scenario.
yeah,
So like I'm not gonna act like
it's very, very concerning.
I'm not gonna act like I know it all or really know what the truth is, but that it could be one of either or, right? I'm just saying always be open minded, never just blindly believe or just automatically assume whatever. Like don't be emotional, irrational or immature or anything.
Yeah,
You got to stick with what you have and the facts, but those are the only two logical explanations like I could think of, right?
yeah.
Or
It's
what it could be.
yeah, it's
So
just very bizarre, and what has been released and what has been said and or shown via video footage. It's just almost like Joe Rogan said. I think he had someone on. It's pretty much demonic, dude. It's like the things
Yeah.
that these people were
Yeah.
doing and how they have no remorse. Like they're almost glorifying what they are. There's some texts that Epstein had with others where he's like basically saying like there's one text he had where he was meeting up with people and he basically said, does this look like there are too many pedophiles in one room? Like this guy knows what he is and what these other people are, and it's like completely normalized in this like ring in this echo chamber of criminals and
Yep.
demons, basically, if you want to call them that. It's very
And
very
here's the thing
bizarre.
too, like for clarification, guys, if I had to pick which is more likely the truth, like probability wise, like well, not probability. Let me retract that, but just what I feel, right?
Yeah,
Probably more than likely with like the corruption of it and the dark, like, and it's like it's actually some crazy shit, right? Like I'm pretty sure that is most definitely the case. But again, if we're sticking to the facts only and what we know, it's going to be really hard to convey that, and
absolutely.
substantiate that. That's the
Yeah,
problem. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like it's probability wise, no, from what we do know factually, but feeling wise and in my gut, even though you can't really, you know, you can't use that as a basis. But let's be real, there probably is some bad shit, man.
yeah.
There really is.
I,
Because again, it just doesn't make sense. Like if there's nothing bad, nothing to hide, then just show it.
Yeah, I don't
It's
understand that,
counterintuitive.
and like Batman said,
Yeah.
we can't prove this logically. There isn't empirical evidence, but I do think,
Yeah.
on the balance of probabilities, it's very likely that there are going to be some truths that never come to light because of whatever the reasons may
Yep.
be. Maybe there's people in certain parts of government that are compromised; they don't want to expose these parts, and they have the authority to keep it unreleased. Maybe there's governmental leaders, artists, rappers, whatever the case may be. It's very likely
Mhm.
that there will be truths that never come to light. That's very
Like it's
concerning.
a whole domino effect,
Yeah,
basically.
and because Epstein essentially had a at this point, we could say he had a global scale ring at hand. That's literally what he had, and because of that, inevitably he reached into the pockets of some very powerful people that have the ability to hide very dark truths, even on a governmental level.
Yep.
Unfortunately, so that's what's going to happen. I hopefully we're all praying that we're incorrect and everything comes to light, and we can put this to bed societally, and give some hope to society and let them know like even the top, most powerful people do have to pay for their sins. Let's just hope that's the case. Do I think that'll be the case? I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think that'll be the case, but let's hope. Let's hope that we're wrong.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Always just hope. And I will say this. I always try to look in the good in something. At least we're aware to some degree. Like, so now we know who's on the radar, who to kind of be wary of, whatever. I wouldn't say, like, oh, by default, now just automatically treat them this way and blah, blah, or say they're this and yada, yada. Like, don't go the allegation route because you can't really definitively prove, right?
Exactly.
But at least keep it on your radar and be wary.
Yeah.
Definitely be wary of it. Don't drop your guard, whatever. And in my opinion, like let's say if you have kids and whatnot and you're around that atmosphere, don't let them around those motherfuckers just to be on the safe side,
Yeah. Hell no.
Like
Think about it this
so
way. Like
it,
I
it
posted this
is.
on Twitter. Follow me, by the way, or X, whatever.
Yeah.
They incarcerated Kane, UFC fighter, legend, arguably greatest heavyweight of all time. They give him a hard time for trying to kill the man that fucking molested his daughter dozens of times. Gave him a hard time, but they can't go after the people on these files or release the rest of. That's just extremely concerning. Like this guy got a hard time for
Yep.
what any other father would do, but fucking people named blatantly in these files or others that maybe on these files aren't being brought to justice. That's insane. That's almost like comically stupid. I do not understand that.
Yeah.
That's very bizarre. Like what world
Very
are we living
concerning,
in at
man.
this point? Like, bro, what like fuck the legalities and fuck the red tape. Like, no, this comes down to ethics. Like what's morally
Yep.
just, and that's not morally just. Like that's bullshit. So
And it's doing the opposite. It's just making them look even more sus and
yeah,
worse.
like what
Like that's like so I
the
don't
fuck is
blame
going on?
people that are like,
Yeah,
oh, fuck the FBI or fuck this and that and yeah, and they're all this. Like I really can't blame them because like, bro, you guys are hiding the truth.
yeah, bro.
Like
That's some bullshit.
so
Like
yeah.
what the hell's going on at this point? There's no words. All we could say is In the end, the truth comes to light, and hopefully, somehow, some way, that's the case. That's all we can hope for, and that's all we can pray for.
Yep.
So that's all that can be said. I do believe the truth comes to light eventually, somehow. Whether it's tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now, 100
Yeah,
years
we'll
from
say
now.
this too. Drake was not on there.
No
Haha,
facts.
bitches.
Hell no. Jay
I
Z
know a lot of people
was.
were like saying, "Oh, he's gonna be on,"
Yeah,
yeah, all this shit. It's like
yeah.
no.
Jay Z was. So truth
Yep.
comes to light, man. It is what it is.
Yep.
Some freaky ass Orochimaru shit. Facts, bro. America seems to be in a very dark place
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Ice and so on. Yeah, bro. It's a very concerning time. I agree. It's a very concerning time. Very divided time. It is a very just unknown time as far as who's on our side and who's not from a societal standpoint, the government, etc. So I doubt
For
it's
sure.
I
Yeah.
doubt it's the full files because they didn't want to release for a long time, which implies there's something in there they don't want out. Absolutely not the full files, bro.
Yeah.
And here I thought Master Roshi
And
was
it's
the
just
most pretty
weird
man.
because like here's my thing like if you're a good enough lawyer, you can be able to get it out. Like you can, but yet like not nobody's even like I don't know. It's just weird, bro. Like you would think like one of the best lawyers in the world would try to be on that shit, but like nah, not today, motherfuckers. Like nah, we're gonna expose this shit.
Yeah,
But it's not happening. It's just staying shut. Like I don't get
it's
it.
very bizarre and very unfortunate. Drake could still be on there. Could still be on there. I mean, theoretically, do I think he is?
Oh,
No, um, but yeah, it's just a damn shame, guys. Damn shame. But moving on, unless you guys feel free to ask more questions about it. By the way, there was another question asked by Metro. Appreciate you, bro. Where does JJK scale amongst the Naruto characters? Specifically, can you scale Gojo and Sukuna? So, from my understanding, the peak of JJK characters scale along the lines of perhaps city level. And that's Gojo and Sukuna actually, to that or somewhere around there from an AP standpoint, a DC standpoint. Um, so I believe they scale to perhaps some Part One characters. Some I would say some perhaps some mid tier cut. I know Dataro with C0 was able to destroy around the size of a town. The problem is the speed gap. These individuals,
yep.
They levels of sound and slightly beyond are impressive in that verse. While conversely, we have guys going the speed of lightning, the speed of light, etc. So from a destructive capacity standpoint, Akatsuki like lower Akatsuki level perhaps. Overall
Yep.
standpoint,
I can see that.
yeah, I don't see them even beating a Sanin. The speed gap is too wide.
No, fuck no.
Maybe a Jonin, like a lower tier Jonin, something like that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps even speed wise, perhaps I can compete. I know the limitless ability would be a problem for a lot of people. As long as it's on, of course, it'd be a problem for a lot of people. Sukuna as well. He's very powerful in his own verse. But I would say they taper off somewhere around there. They're certainly not competing with anyone in the war. Obviously, in Boruto, he gets slammed. Um, the only thing going for them is literally limitless and infinite void. That's about it. For
Yeah,
I should
because
say
from
Gojo.
what I've heard, from the most part, just seeing around and observing and whatnot, is their issue primarily is speed. Like
Yeah,
they have a
that's
lot
the
of
problem.
hacks, whatever, but it's speed.
Yeah,
So
that's the
and
main problem.
that's so important in anime. Like if you're not fast, like you're just gonna get blitz, perception blitz, and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Did you see this email interaction with Elon? Super interesting. I did see that. A little concerning. It doesn't indicate guilt on Musk's side, but it's a little concerning. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little concerning.
yeah,
But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Feel free. Anime, sports, Super Bowl just took place. If you want our thoughts on that, on the halftime show, I thought it was all right. I think Bad Bunny's a cool artist. Is he my first pick? No. Would he be my first pick for the Super Bowl? No. But it was fine.
no,
It wasn't
no.
bad. It wasn't great, but it
My
wasn't
only
bad.
gripe with Bad Bunny is there should have been English
I
translations.
agree.
Like
Yeah, I
it
agree.
it contradicts like his entire theme. It's like everyone matters, everyone should be loved, accepted, whatever. Okay, then why are you choosing to purposely only perform in Spanish only?
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
reason why that's a problem before y'all start freaking out or any of the Bad Bunny fans in here is America's primary language is English.
yeah.
Statistically, you can Google
Statistically,
it. It is English. It's 77% the most spoken language in the United States. The
Yep.
second most spoken is Spanish,
Yep.
but English is 77%. That is very high in the
Yeah,
US.
it's over a third.
Like, so
Yep.
it is literally the primary. So everyone is statistically is going to be more familiar with English, okay? And him just saying like, "Oh, you guys need you have like a month or two or a couple weeks to learn Spanish." Like that's not how that works either. You can't just fucking learn a language in a short amount of time. It's very difficult to do. You know, it's a lot of memorization. There's a lot of like, it's a whole
And
fucking thing.
yeah,
You
and
know,
here's the
like,
thing with Bad Bunny
so
too.
like
Like
it,
his
yeah,
he's
like,
hard to understand even for Spanish speakers because of his accent and the way he like speeds through phrases. So imagine like a guy
yeah.
just learning fucking Spanish. He's like, what the fuck? Like he has no idea what the fuck he's
And he
saying.
can't even speak English fluently,
Nah,
like or
he's not
perfectly. Like
fluent
he
at
struggles
all.
with English, Bad Bunny. So like,
Yeah,
it's like the whole
it's a little hypocritical.
like it literally contradicts it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hypocritical. It contradicts like that was basically his back with the whole ICE thing or whatever, or him feeling like his people are being threatened or treated wrong, whatever. And it's like two wrongs don't make a right. That's basically what I'm getting at,
facts,
right?
facts.
And it
Yeah,
contradicts literally his entire message.
yeah. His
So
whole
like
message was
that's all I'll say.
contradicted.
You know,
Yeah,
that should have been in English. Like cool, you're choosing him. Yeah, Puerto Ricans are citizen, whatever. That's fine. That's not a problem. But fucking perform it and have English translations. You
yeah.
can
No,
speak Spanish, but have it
facts,
on the fucking TV screen so we know what the fuck you're saying. Because
facts.
in his music videos, he has translations.
Yeah,
He literally puts English translations. So
literally.
it's like come on, that's just being petty and like
It,
immature.
I do
You
think it
know?
was a little
So
petty, and I think, like you say, it's counterproductive to what his original message was. Now, he did include a lot of
yeah,
like cultural inclusion as far as like South and Latin American, countries, but if he wanted to unite, the U.S. citizens with Latin America and try to, smooth over the whole ICE problem and stuff, that wasn't the way to go about it. From just one
yeah,
speaking Spanish
made
the
it
entire
worse.
time, yeah, and then only including like Latin America. It's almost like he's like against the U.S. I'm not saying he blatantly said like, "Oh fuck the U.S.," but the way he kind of just only specified that he was supporting Latin American countries is like, bro, you're in the United States performing for primarily United States citizen
And he
audience.
lives in
Like,
the United States.
yeah, and like
His hometown is Puerto Rico.
the
Huh.
majority of the profit he's made in his career was from United States. It's a very high consuming country, so it's a little hypocritical. I do agree, and I do think he could have went about it differently. Was the halftime show ass? No, but it could have been better. It could have been better.
Let's
Pretty
be
much.
real. Like if you sell a fucking Super Bowl presentation, like you are just a shit artist.
Facts, bro.
Like
What the fuck?
let's be real.
How do you
Like
sell
like
that shit?
that's almost impossible to do. Yeah. Like there's no way you can sell that.
Yeah,
But
like
be surprised.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. There's been some ass ones, like fucking. Nothing against Justin Timberlake, but that halftime show a few years ago was fucking ass. That's all I gotta say.
Oh.
Not that not that I don't like him, but just the way he like did the fucking halftime show, I thought was really ass. Unless you're a Seahawks fan, that game was extremely boring. Yeah, the game was what I predicted it would be. It'd be a very
Is very dominant on the
yeah,
Seahawks.
very
Yeah, they didn't have no Tom
defensive.
Brady.
Yeah,
Tommy.
very defensive dominant game because the Seahawks, that's their main bread and butter. Even the
Yeah.
Patriots have a good defense as well. So Sam Darnold and Drake May struggled. They both did. Sam Darnold just played a little better, straight up. Being fully anti-American is just not the way to go with what's happening. Absolutely, you have to be neutral. You have to be more uniting, right? I do agree with that.
Yeah, if you're for both the sides and for America, you'd be neutral. You'd be loving both spectrums. You're
Yeah,
not
you're
going to
trying to
just
unite.
be against.
Yeah, it's very like
Like,
tribal. It's very tribal to go. In a way, the way Bad Bunny went about it was kind of tribal. Like he was picking a side rather than trying to foster unity. That's the impression that a lot of people got. And it probably didn't rub some people the wrong. It probably rubbed some people the wrong way. Like, bro, like we're trying to unite these two cultural groups, and you're like fucking in a way saying fuck you because you're speaking
like
Spanish.
there's already
And,
so
like,
much division in America. Like that's the problem. Like before America was known for democracy, freedom, be what you want, do what you want, whatever. Just obviously don't hurt people and break the law.
Facts.
Like, but now it's just so much division. It's so much like God forbid you disagree with someone. Now there's hatred. Now there's
Hate.
violence. Now
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
now there's social cyberbullying. Like it's just so much like division and evil and desensitized nonsense.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's sad, man. It's
Yeah,
really sad.
it's very sad. And
So yeah,
like you said, it discourse shouldn't lead to hate and division. There is a benefit to discourse and to disagreement. That is solutions being found, better ideas being presented, and ideas evolving. I feel like conflicting ideas, when presented correctly, improve upon each other and perhaps either become better individually or create a even better idea overall. So when you don't give room for the other side, verbally in a place of discourse, you're only creating more problems. You're creating more tribalism, more division, and more possible violence that can come in many forms. That's the huge detriment with echo chambers and modern social media and people sticking to their side like it's do or die, when in reality these are ideas being presented. These are ideologies being presented. It's not life or death. This isn't 3,000 years ago when we had to use that
Not in the
instinct.
fucking war, it's
Exactly.
not no
This isn't World
Germany
War
versus,
One.
it's nothing
You know.
crazy. It's not
Yeah.
Vietnam, nothing crazy. Like
Yeah.
these are things that we could resolve very, very easily, but people are just being fucking crazy.
Stubborn,
Like they're
petty.
just being irrational,
Yeah.
emotional, and just being fucking children.
Yeah. Very, very
So.
unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, and that's why the best leaders are the most emotionally
And the
controlled.
only people that even have a right remotely to really be like potentially in any form escalating or pissed or acting a certain way or whatever or violent is the people that lost loved ones to ICE. Those are the only
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
they
You know what I
have
mean? Like,
they have actual
regardless if
grounds.
ICE was in the right or wrong, like those are the only ones.
Yeah,
Other than that, like, what? Who are the rest of you? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why are you acting a fool?
yeah. I agree. Like,
Like,
is Ice perfect? Absolutely not. They've made some mistakes. There are actions that I disagree with. Of course. Do they have? Is there benefits to having them? Of course. Protect. Secure borders. I think any country should have the right to that. That is a very complex topic, and to just have these violent raids and protests, nothing will be solved. Nothing will be solved. Neither side will be willing to compromise. There is no benefit to that whatsoever. There has to be discourse. There has to be logical conversation being made by people that can make changes. I do think that it's just emotional, very emotionally charged. This moments taking place right now, from in the United States with many different topics, ICE, perhaps other topics that have been the topics of discussion for very long times. It's just a very unfortunate time, and the people that could solve this are the citizens. Not even government. The citizens, the people, are the ones that can make change. But that has to be a large scale decision. That's easier said than done. And like I said, social media.
like Jay, analyze like the way back the time where we were really at the worst in America, like where there was a lot of division too and chaos and the whole nine
Yep.
was like the Civil War within
Facts.
America. You know what I mean? Like you have that, and you have or like the civil rights movement, with black people, trying to be accepted and not be dealing with racism and whatnot. But
Yep.
how'd they go about it? The right way, protesting, the whole fucking nine. Look at Martin Luther King. Like you have all these great examples, right? No
Yeah.
political
The right way
violence,
to do it.
no doing it the right way and being persistent and constantly fighting against injustices.
Exactly.
And they did it the right way. And if they ever had to fight dirty to a certain degree, they did it without affecting innocent people. That's the most important thing.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
like, it's that
There's a
simple.
time and
But
a place.
we've
Yeah.
gotten to a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time and place. We've gotten to a point where it's just so chaotic. It's
Very
very sad.
chaotic. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like Odin said in the Thor movies, a good king does not seek out war, but is always ready for it. Exactly. Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You don't seek it out. You obviously prepare for it, and you do whatever you can to avoid it. It is what it is. But
Yep.
emotions are the greatest persuaders in humanity, and emotions can cloud your judgment. We see that every day, all the time, in every field of discipline, from science to fucking politics to fucking even fucking power scaling, everything. That's one of the main flaws us as humans have. It's very unfortunate, but we have to constantly be monitoring ourselves and also sort of rectifying our thoughts to avoid doing something that we regret, basically. So we have to recognize our own flaws all the time because our emotions will always be there. Um, some people don't live that way. They prioritize what they feel over what's most logically sound and valid. That's very, very common in our generation.
Always appealing to what they just like believe, like they set their mind on it and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. No perspective for them to even be considering of nothing.
Yeah,
And honestly, if that's who you are as a person, you're never gonna get anywhere in
you won't be
life.
successful. You will
And
not
that
be
may sound
successful.
harsh,
Yep,
but you will not be successful because that means you're never open to both perspectives. That means you're never open to have a happy medium, to compromise, or to figure out ways and how you can improvise in a productive, peaceful way, right?
exactly.
Because there it will be moments in your life where you won't be allowed to just make it your way or the highway. There is a point where you will need support yourself.
Yep.
There's a point where you're trapped in a corner and you have to just suck it up, right? And even if you have opposing views or agree to disagree, you got to find that happy medium. That's
Facts.
just how it is,
It's the way the world
And if you
works.
don't do that, if you're not training yourself, if you're not wiring yourself that way, you're always gonna have problems.
You'll
Always.
fail. Yeah, you will
So,
fail, and in every
yeah.
aspect of your life, from fucking debates to your personal life, where people don't want to fuck with you because you're, an disagreeable asshole. Your job, they're gonna say, hey, you don't do this, you don't do shit the way we say. You could fuck off. You know, partners are like, hey, what the fuck? Like, you never compromise. That's in every realm of your life. You have to be willing to compromise to a certain extent. Now, I'm not saying compromise your fundamental beliefs and
Like
ethics, but
nonsense,
yeah,
or something crazy either. Like
yeah,
let's say you're with a wife and she's like, "Oh, you should be able to let me fuck multiple guys or
yeah,
some
that's
bullshit."
different.
Like, and
It's
you should
different.
be being empathetic and understand what I fuck no.
Yeah, you
Like
still have to have
that's where
conviction. Yeah,
there's certain things, but like let's say we're like, I'll just bring up a random example. Like, oh, you think fucking hot dogs are good, but I'm like, oh, nah, they're fucking ass. Like, is that what you're really gonna
yeah. Is that
jeopardize
really
everything
worth
over and
the
kind of be,
battle fighting for? Yeah,
it,
exactly.
exactly, or doing certain things and whatnot, or the whole night. Like, so again, choose your battles, right?
Yeah,
Pick them
if
wisely.
you want harmony in your life, pick your fucking battles, bro. Like, if you have a fucking 60-year-old grandpa or some shit and they're saying fuck Trump, and let's say you're a Trump fan, right? Saying fuck Trump, he's a piece of shit. Are you gonna go tell him, hey, fuck you, Trump's doing it? Nah, fuck that. Who gives a fuck, dude? If he hates
Yeah,
Trump,
let
let
them
him.
be
Who gives a fuck? Is he
how they
affecting your
feel.
life?
Yeah.
Yeah, who gives a fuck, bro? It's not gonna. I'm not gonna strain my relationship with my fucking family because they don't like president that I like. The fuck? That's ridiculous. It's
Like I'll bring this up. I'll bring this up. When I was doing my taxes this year, like because of one of the that Trump did, like instead of getting like 3 or 4K for like one of your kids,
yeah,
like alone, fucking like you only get $800 now or some bullshit. And I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking lame. But hey, like
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, fuck Trump, and
yeah.
go
Facts.
crazy and blah
The
blah.
fuck?
Like it is what it is. Like
Yeah,
okay, at least I get some money.
that's
Like, and
immature.
let's be
Yeah,
real. If you got 4 kids, 4 times 800, that's still a good amount of money.
that's still some change. Yeah,
So shit,
exactly.
like that'll help for all the people that have multiple kids at least, just not one or two.
Yeah,
So the money is money. At the end of the day, you get any amount of free money, you should be happy.
exactly.
But
Yeah, exactly. But
um,
yeah, folks, if you're to ask any questions, I know you guys have read the screen, so we're gonna get into a couple of things where you guys ask questions. I'll make like more
yeah.
formal announcements when these times come. But so first off, we're almost close to 10K. Like I said earlier, amazing support from you guys. I definitely appreciate you guys over the years. So once that's reached, we're going to do at some point in time. I don't have a specific date or time yet. We're going to do a debate tournament, where we will have a cash prize for the first place winner. It's probably gonna be like $100. Second place, probably gonna be around 50, and third place, probably gonna be around 25. We're thinking of making it multiple rounds. Maybe 3 or 4 rounds, where it goes from like the first rounds to the semis to the quarters to the final, something like that. That's just like a rough draft of what I'm thinking of. And it'll be me and Batman, and we're probably gonna have someone else, so there isn't any ties. So it's not like me and Batman disagree on who won, and then you guys are stuck there. We want to have 3 people, so that way there's a tiebreaker. That will happen. So if you guys want to debate, feel free. I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking you guys can debate anything for the most part. You guys just have to agree on a topic, agree on what stance or person or versus matchup you want to do.
And the
We'll go from there.
expectations of the debate, like make sure everything's all out.
Yeah,
You know, like are you doing sim battle assumptions or like the whole nine? Like you make
yeah,
sure like you are on the same page, you get
exactly.
any information you need. Like for instance, I'll even give an example, like the something more recent. When Jay was talking with Sage or whatever, he's like, all right, we're using the canonical literature, whatever, because there wasn't further clarification for clarity and whatnot. Then next, like out of nowhere, mistranslations was becoming a thing, and now we're not using Viz or whatever. So again, like make sure that is talked about, discussed,
Exactly.
figured out, and then when you guys figure it out, just write it down in notes, whatever you need to do, type it in the thing. This way we know, so we have it there,
Yep.
and then bam, bada boom, we can go
Yeah,
from there.
exactly.
So
We're gonna make it as fair as possible. The winner, the real winner will win. So yeah, you guys, we're gonna have our rules where obviously you can't bullshit, troll, waste our time. But then you guys can come to an
yeah,
agreement on canonical. For example, versus matchup like me and Sage, like Batman said. Are you guys only using canon or fucking novels involved? Like you guys will agree
anime
on all that.
only or manga and anime,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys will agree on that. You'll give us documentation, so when we're judging, we know exactly what the rules are. The rules, more specifically, the rules that you guys agreed to. So that way we can pick and choose and moderate when we need to as well. So keep that in mind. Shout out to you guys. We are at 9K now. W. And on the bottom right, you see we're gonna try out some new streams. We don't know exactly what they'll be yet or when. TikTok streams, I'm thinking of doing maybe debating people randomly on TikTok or something like that. And then X streams. Here's the beauty about X. We can talk about whatever we want on there. There's no censoring, there's no filtering. That's the beauty of X. We can do whatever, ask you guys. You guys want a political stream, a sports stream, an anime stream, going down Reddit rabbit holes about anime, whatever. We're thinking of anything like that. Let us know. Those will come. And below that, you see my usernames for both. Want to follow me there? Feel free. Oh, yeah. Those things are coming soon, just to show you guys love for all the support. We definitely want to give you guys good stuff this year. Just keep that in mind.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a hell of a year so far. Appreciate y'all. I swear soon people are going to smoke each other over meaningless bullshit like pineapple on pizza. Yeah, bro. That's the direction we seem to be heading in,
Oh
unfortunately,
yeah.
bro.
Like another example too, like anime, like people will
Yeah.
they'll lose their fucking minds
Facts.
over anime shit. It's not that deep. Like,
Yeah, bro.
like who cares? You'll be like, you think, oh my god, fucking Goku loses to I don't know, Luffy from the
Yeah,
beginning.
bro.
Like, okay, who cares? Like,
Yeah,
who
it's
cares?
like, bro,
You know what I mean?
you'll.
Like, bro, I had an idiot on Discord like 2 days ago that was swearing up and down that Miguel beats Gojo, that he's the strongest
What the fuck?
of
That's
JJK.
wild war.
The guy that got his ass beat by Gojo. The
Early
guy that's
Gojo,
getting hit
too.
by the Wing Chun fucking
Yeah.
20 combo, bleeding and everything, the whole nine, getting sent across the fucking skyscraper building through like some Dragon Ball Z shit. Apparently, he truly believes and sincerely that Miguel is the strongest. But hey,
Facts.
am I gonna lose my mind? No. No. Instead, I'm gonna laugh at the guy, probably throw some jabs in, whatever, try to educate him, or then make fun of him if he still doesn't understand it or whatever on the same page, and then just move on with my fucking life.
Facts.
Like it is what it is.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah.
When you guys reacted to Garcia versus Haney live, that shit was fire. We gotta do that shit again. We gotta wait for a big fight, but we gotta react to some fights again. That's when Shinobi used to be around. Shout out to Shinobi. Hope he's all right again. But yeah, we'll do that shit again for sure. Whether it's here or X or fucking probably not TikTok, 'cause that's not the place for that. But here or X or something, we're gonna do that again. We will do that again. A big UFC fight. Probably the UFC white card fight in June. That'd be a sick one to react to. As far as boxing fights, I think Garcia's fighting this year. Speaking of Ryan Garcia, I think he has another fight. Let me look that up real quick. Next fight, February. What the fuck? He's fighting on the 21st. Speaking of fucking Garcia,
Shit.
When is that?
Coming up already? Damn.
On Saturday? Shit, we might react to that shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. Yeah, that's sick right there. That's sick right there. Thanks for reminding me, Raspberry. We'll probably react to that shit. That shit's gas. No, and usually when he's in a fight, we'll give Ryan this. When he's in a fight, there's fireworks. You cannot take that away from him. Whether he wins or loses against Garcia, against fucking Javante, fireworks against the other guys he's fought. Luke Campbell, fireworks. So we gotta give him that. Give him some props for that. Yeah, we gotta do that again. That shit was fire. Garcia's fighting Mario Barrios. That's right. I forgot he was fighting him. I did not know he was fighting him that soon. Mario Barrios. Speaking of Javante, Mario Barrios arguably was beating Javante until Javante knocked him out towards the end of the fight. I think it was in the 10th or 11th. He knocked him out with the uppercut.
Getting his ass beat.
Yeah. So if Ryan beats Mario, there's a discussion to be made that he may fight Javante again. Now I know Javante is dealing with legal troubles right now. I think he got arrested for kidnapping and hitting his girlfriend or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him right now, but if he deals with all that and he's able to fight again, yeah, I don't know. Javante has been on some weird shit lately. He was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was like a fugitive, and he turned himself in, but he was like a fugitive and some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but
damn.
I hope I mean, if he's guilty, he has to do his time. I hope everything works out. But if he fucked up, then he fucked up.
But I'm not gonna lie, like whenever it comes to domestic disputes, like domestic violence, like that's always it's so contentious, dude. Because like you're basically relying solely on circumstantial evidence for the most part, and they'll also analyze any physical injuries you may potentially have, and then they basically just go based upon the narrative of what they're being told, and they try to see if it matches along like the injuries that you have. Like there's only so much they can really do unless you have like a video camera recording in your home, which I suggest, by the way, always have cameras or whatever, objective evidence, because that will go a long way. This way there's no bullshit, right? No subjective, no circumstantial. But yeah, so like those are really tricky, man, because sometimes it can look a certain way where, like, okay, the evidence shows this, but that wasn't actually what happened, right?
Yeah.
And things like that happen all the time, and it's unfortunate, but for both ways, you know what I mean?
I don't know what the fuck he's been up to. He's dealing with some shit, but...
And here's the crazy thing. And even if you're on camera, that alone can still be like, you just fuck. Because remember what happened to fucking Kane the Conqueror?
Yeah. Like, that was some bullshit.
Dude was running away the whole time, and she was attacking him the whole time.
And he got in trouble.
And he protected himself, put her in the fucking car, and he got in trouble. Like
because
so even then,
imagine running a mile away from your girlfriend and you get in trouble. That's crazy work, bro. Insane. Because she bumped her pinky on a fucking door. He gets in trouble. Like, are you fucking serious? Yep. Like that was a joke. Like,
lose his whole career, his entire career.
Yeah, bro. His whole career ruined because some bitch bumped her pinky against the door. Like, bro, are you fucking serious? That's crazy work, bro. They lost a good one in Jonathan Majors, bro. That's a huge L. Huge L.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks.
Now they're doing the whole Doom event, which is fire, but they're basically just gonna have Doom kill Kang. He's just gonna bitch him.
Exactly. I'm like, fuck, bro. He was a lit.
Which is kind of unfortunate. I want to see Kang kind of have his moment to shine, because he's a cool villain too in Marvel. Have his moment to shine, whatever, and then go with the whole Doom thing. That's what they probably wanted to do.
Yeah, he was lit as Jonathan Majors was lit too as Kane. It's like, fuck, bro. Y'all fumbled that one. Not gonna lie. The last 2 weeks he was on the run, an outlaw. Yeah, bro. I don't know what the fuck Gervonta Davis is up to, bro. Like the shit he's been doing. Like that's why he didn't fight Jake Paul, because he was in legal trouble. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, they said that
Jake's, but you know how Jake Paul is, probably an asshole. He's like, bitch, no, because you fight.
He's like, you're too busy hitting women to fight or some shit, bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to. He needs to get his shit together. No way, bro got pinky diffed. Facts, bro. Jonathan Majors got pinky diffed, bro. That's wild work. That is wild work, bro.
It's just crazy. Like, it's all on camera too. Like, and they're like, nope, he's
literally on camera.
Like, shut the fuck up, bro. He did not commit fucking domestic violence. Like,
I forgot the charge.
Like, domestic violence is literally when you attack a person and for like no reason, like there's no immediate threat, no nothing. You just straight up attack them because you're mad and you're arguing, right?
Literally,
that is domestic violence. Not fucking, I'm getting attacked, let me defend myself, and I'm still the attacker.
Like, yeah, it's like I think some term they used, it was like the most retarded shit I've ever heard. Someone of law used. They said that he committed unintentional physical assault. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Oh,
the fuck? Like, So if I bump
What
it,
the?
if I accidentally step on someone, I'm going to prison for unintentional physical assault. Like, what the fuck are we
Literally.
talking about here, bro?
And that's not even unintentional when
Yeah,
he picked her up because he was attacking him and wouldn't let him go.
exactly.
It
The
was
fuck?
intentional. He did that for a reason.
It's like
Like, what the fuck
you
you mean?
bumped into me. It's unintentional physical assault. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's the fucking dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Dumbest shit I've ever seen.
I don't know.
That's some 1984 George
That's what
Orwell
happens when you get a
bullshit.
good ass lawyer and they're able to fucking spin into some nonsense.
That
That's
yeah,
what that
that
is.
was the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, so we can go to prison for accidentally bumping into someone. Like, that's how you're telling me. We're all going to prison. Then the fuck? That's fucking ridiculous, bro. That's fucking ridiculous. And by the way, free Tory Lanes.
So,
W Tory Lanes,
oh.
bro. Making a sound is a thought,
That's a
bro.
whole other fucking thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
Fucking
facts.
people, yeah.
He made
That's a
fire
horrible.
music too, bro. That's a damn shame. That's a damn
Yeah,
shame.
no, he did do good music.
That
Yeah,
shit was
he did.
fire. Yeah. But yeah, folks, any questions at all, feel free. Any questions at all. You know, we do have some good things coming. We are very close to peak media being released. The Boys next month and Invincible next month as well. And Daredevil, I believe, either next month or April. We got
Bro,
some fire
Daredevil's
shit
gonna be
coming.
peak.
That
That
shit
man's in the black and red
that
costume and
shit is
shit.
fire.
Like,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
then Punisher is gonna be with Spider Man, the new Spider movie coming
Oh, that's
soon. Like,
right.
it's just gonna be dope.
That's
It's
just
gonna be
gonna be
so
peak.
lit.
That's all that shit's gonna be peak. We'll talk about it. I'll probably make all kinds of shit. It's gonna be fire. Do any of you two own crypto? Would you recommend it? I would say now if you do it calculated, I do recommend it. If you have money to spend, sure. I would wait. First of all, learn the sort of now you can never predict 100% how these cryptos fluctuate. They are volatile in nature. But I would say get a grasp, specifically Bitcoin, the bigger ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., how they fluctuate. And then when you see a dip, throw some money at it. Obviously, they're worth a shit ton now. I think a Bitcoin's like 80K. But whatever you can throw at them, it's a gradual, long-term investment. I would recommend it once you have money to throw around. I'm not saying put unless you're making that kind of money. I'm not saying throw like thousands and thousands of dollars into it, but $100 here, $100 there, whatever you can do. I recommend it, and I'd recommend at dip times, meaning when it dips a lot, when it dips substantially. That's probably the best time. You can never predict when it'll dip, and then begin to rise again, but over time you can catch on to some extent and have somewhat better accuracy. So I would say, yeah, I would recommend it, but kind of learn their nature first. Don't just throw money at it when it's peaking and it's like at 100K for one Bitcoin. Your money's going to be worth, your investment will be worth less and be less effective. I saw a Tank fan say it's a conspiracy because he take over boxing. They had to throw him in jail to do him from being on top of the boxing game. That's quite the conspiracy. I don't know if that's true because Floyd had his run-in with the law and he never committed another crime. I think he went to prison for like 90 days, like 10 or 15 years ago. And he was at the top of boxing,
Yeah.
So I don't think that's true. I just think that Gervonta has been doing some weird stuff.
Stupid shit.
Stupid shit, and he has to learn his lesson. Hopefully he does this time because this seemed pretty serious, like borderline career-ending moves. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate. Elon said, "No point. It'll just be lawmakers boring." Yeah, I recently checked out Versus Battles for fun. The motherfuckers still hit up Naruto and DB. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. It's Naruto and DB just get done dirty sometimes. But yeah, bro, Gervonta's tripping, bro. Gervonta's tripping. I don't know what's going on. I know Ryan Garcia has had his flaws, but he never committed a crime. You gotta give him that. Never committed a crime. So
Yeah.
you gotta give him that. Gervonta did. He can. If they fight again, if I was Ryan and I'm trying to play mental warfare, I would mention him.
Wear a wig or some shit.
Yeah, I would wear a wig and I would be like, "Oh, I bet you want to beat me now," or some shit like that. That'd be perfect mental warfare. Get in his head.
Yep.
Make him upset.
Regardless if he's even guilty or not. Like, yeah.
Yeah, just use that as ammo. That's what I would do if I was Ryan. I'm like, "You like hitting women? I'm wearing a wig or some shit like that. Some shit like that would work. So, mental warfare,
Yeah.
man. Fight. Most of these fights, they end before they ever step into that ring. I would say that.
Yep.
We see it all the time with the greats. Ali, fucking Floyd. Who was another good shit talker? Mike Tyson at times. Some of these
Yep.
guys. Roberto Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard the second time. Like, there's some good ones out there. Mental warfare is a real thing, bro. John Jones against a lot of the guys he fought. They were scared shitless, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, any questions at all? I've been looking at X, seeing what's trending. Let's see what's trending while you guys ask. Let's see if there's any topics of discussion here. Let's see here. Not much. Not anything worth discussing anyway. Let's see here. Not much, not much.
What's it called? I had two questions from someone on my server.
Oh, lit.
It was more like not really. They didn't put in the stream thing, but it was more of like them talking in chat and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, One of them was Pain and Kabuto, like if they fought.
Oh, interesting.
Like just quick thoughts on that. And
Yeah.
then the other one was if you could pick an MS ability and you have like an EMS, but any MS ability, which one would you do in real life?
That's a good question too.
Because
So Pain versus
like the two they were
Kabuto.
talking about, and yeah, it was just interesting.
Yeah, Pain
Yeah.
versus Kabuto is Sage Mode Kabuto. That's interesting. I would say if Pain is at his peak
Yes.
powers. Now, we all know how he
Full
touches.
power Pain. My money would be on Pain,
Yeah, like
but fucking like
yeah,
that, like if it's like full power Pain, like and he has like all his hacks and like Pain's fighting in character, because territory also matters too. Like, is he in the cave? Is
that
he
doesn't
not?
matter. Doesn't matter. No.
Like fucking like cop like because that's the way Pain is too. Like, especially if he knows you're a threat, like he will strategize, and he's not gonna like put his like revival path of Pain in jeopardy either. Like
Yeah,
he'll have him on standby,
yeah,
or he'll have him in like the back of the formation and shit, like ready to revive and go if needed. You
yeah.
know.
I'd say
Um, so like
Kabuto.
it just that fight is like really circumstantial,
It is,
but
yeah, because
yeah,
they're
like 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 narratively it favors Pain, right? Because he has like all the statements like he's a god, can't be beaten, whatever, strong as he caught, yada yada yada, right? And then you just have Kabuto, and the only feats like he has really is like him fighting EMS, Sasuke, and Itachi, which is no slouch, by the way. That
yeah,
is
it's impressive.
very impressive.
Yeah,
But here's the problem: there is context, though. They're
yeah,
not allowed to kill him.
yeah. They
So
had to
they
hold
are
back.
restraining themselves. There's
Yeah,
only so much they can do. Yeah, like so then it just kind of brings the question like how far does Kabuto really scale, right? And Itachi was fucking him up. Like he was dogging him. The only
yeah,
time Itachi got caught lacking was when he had to protect Sasuke cuz Sasuke's, being fucking Sasuke, right?
yeah,
That was the only time. Other than
yeah,
that, like they were fucking up or not they Itachi was backpacking the whole fucking night. Like he was having blow for blow fights with a Sage Mode user. He cut his horn off and shit. Like Itachi was doing his thing, you know.
yeah. He's doing
So
work.
like, and if you compare and contrast Edo Itachi to like KCM Naruto and like to Killer B, right, where he's fighting them and whatnot and going at it, and then you see Nagato's performance where he just shits on being Naruto. You can kind of like be more leaning on the spectrum. Like Pain potentially could be physically more dominant too, right?
Yeah,
Because he was able to just deal with them effortlessly. Now, when Itachi goes into like his Susanoo amp, he's on a whole other freaking level. He's even beyond Nagato in Pain, you know?
facts.
His Susanoo is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
But like just physically, right? Just raw physical stats. Itachi was going blow for blow with KCM Naruto and Killer B. He's going blow for blow with Kabuto, right? So like that's kind of like the range, like physically wise. But then again, Itachi was holding back on Kabuto, but against Naruto and Killer B, he wasn't, right? He's
yeah.
being ordered to go all out physically.
All out.
So we kind of have like a gauge, right? And so like overall, it's just it looks more favorable for Pain is what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah,
And then on top of it, he has like the hacks. He has like Shinra Tensei, which is all 5 chakra natures. It's stated to negate or deal with anything, which we kind of see that too. It makes the Raikuri dog disappear. It makes Sage Mode Raisen Shuriken, which attacks on a cellular level, disappear. Like so, like for the most part, is it bullshit? I don't know. I don't really think it shits on a lot of jutsu, and even fucks up Sage Mode Naruto as well. So like Pain has a lot going for him, right? Hacks, narrative, his physical dominance against Naruto and B and shit. Even though I know that's Nagato, which I was gonna get your thoughts on that, Jay. Like, what do
Yeah.
you really think on that between Pain and Nagato? Like, is it completely different, or do you think there is relativity, or whatever? But like overall, like in a sense, I'm like it looks more favorable for Pain. I feel like if you're analyzing, but on paper, I can definitely see like why people would lean towards Kabuto, right? Because he has a lot of crazy hacks,
Yeah.
that can be very countering to Pain's arsenal, like one of them's like that blind shit, right?
Yeah.
That's
Blinding.
perfect for the Rinnegan, right? Yeah, it just blinds you and shit. And then he also has like the Sage Mode Genjutsu that he can do whenever, while Jiraiya had to fucking channel that, okay? So that's also a problem. So like there's a lot of interesting things to talk about, but it's like, does it even get that far, right? Like, does he really get to use those hacks? Does Pain just shit on him? Or is it a contentious fight? So like, I don't know. It is interesting. I will say this, that water fucking body that Kabuto does to Getsu's shit, that is not working against Shinra Tensei. That's a
No,
water
it blow his
style
ass away.
ninjutsu.
Yeah.
Like,
He leaves
like,
his ass
like,
blown
yeah,
away.
it worked on the Susanoo arrow because the Susanoo arrow is a just physical attack, right?
Yeah.
But the Shinra Tensei will deal with that. That will fuck him up. So
Yeah.
that can't save him either.
That
And
definitely won't save
Kabuto
him.
in character uses that to prevent fatal attacks and the whole nine. So that could also be a problem too. But anyways, what do you think, Jay? Like
I
that's just
think,
kind of my consensus.
yeah, I
Like
think
it's interesting.
power wise, it's almost undebatable that they're relative to some arbitrary extent, even whether you think one is stronger than the other. I do think that Kabuto
Yeah.
would have to go on the offensive, like you said, using that blinding shit would be like one of his best bets. I think if he goes on the defensive, fucking,
Yep.
especially if they're in an open field, fucking Pain will just levitate his ass to Chibaku Tensei and fucking crush his ass, or some shit
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
Shibaku Tensei, which is
Shinra
problematic for Kabuto.
Tensei.
Like, what the fuck does
Yeah,
he do against that?
he could absorb his
Like Shinra
shit.
Tensei
You
counters, like,
know,
and he
yeah, he
yeah,
could
like, and
absorb
here's the
his shit.
problem: like Pain could do the summoning, and he could literally keep like the revival path of Pain safe away. Like, there's so many ways Pain can go about it in combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that's kind of the issue. Like I'll say this: like, if Kabuto can get all five paths of pain or six paths of pains in that Genjutsu, like, and then somehow now just kill them all, whatever, then there you go, right? That's a win con.
yeah,
But here's the problem, and no one's ever said this or brought this up. People always just be like, oh, Jiraiya, he Genjutsu, all the passive pains, whatever, blah, and he defeated three. But it's like, did he really? Because Nagato literally, those three got defeated, and for one, he was caught off guard because he never expected Jiraiya to do Genjutsu. Ever,
definitely not.
right?
Definitely
Like, that
not.
was never a thing. Like, if Pain is fighting anyone else, like Itachi or Kabuto or some other person, like, he would expect Genjutsu to probably be, like, you guys got to be realistic. Like, Nagato is aware of what Genjutsu is. Jiraiya taught him that, right?
Yeah,
So he knows how to combat against Genjutsu. He knows that you can fight against it with your chakra, using chakra control, the whole nine, So like at the end of the day, like it's not like it's a guaranteed win con either. Because in theory, you could argue because of how much chakra and stamina he has, he could just overpower the Genjutsu and just deactivate it, and it doesn't matter, right? So like that's something to kind of think about. Now, to be fair, Itachi and Sasuke couldn't do that. They had to use like their MS Genjutsu. So maybe you could say like if they can't do it, Pain probably can't either. But here's the problem: Pain has way more chakra and stamina than Sasuke and Itachi combined. Combined.
yeah,
Okay, like
ridiculous amounts.
that motherfucker is a monster for chakra. Like it's not even a like. So again, that's what I'm saying. Like it might not even work because he could just break out of the Genjutsu, or by the time one or two of the passive pains are getting taken out, he combats the Genjutsu, gets out of it, and now he's dealing with them or whatever. Or if they do get taken out, the revival path of pain, which is revive them all, and then there you go, and it goes from there, right? Like I don't know, like if it was like being shown, like if Kishimoto was really giving us that fight and we were seeing how it would go, I'm pretty sure Pain would more than likely come on top. It'd just be weird for Kabuto to somehow get that W, but I can see it from both ends. I don't think it's as clear as like one dominant side, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Itachi and Pain. Like I'll be Itachi all day, every day because the moment he whips out that Susanoo, I'm sorry, he just bitches him. Like I don't know what to fucking tell you. So I feel like that's very clear cut and dry. But with Kabuto and Pain, like I could see both ends. It's just like if I'm analyzing it fully, I feel like it does look more better for Pain. But I don't know. It just depends, man. You
Yeah,
know,
it definitely
it's fucking weird.
depends. It's
Yeah,
definitely very circumstantial. I do think
yeah.
Pain wins more times than not, but Kabuto can win.
That's
Again,
what I'm
that
saying.
blinding shit. Let's
Yeah.
say if he, somehow decides I'm just gonna blind his ass immediately. That's probably his best bet.
Yep.
If he blinds all six, he's cooked. Then he'll beat
Yep.
Pain. If he doesn't do that, basically everything he throws at Pain can basically counter with Shindo Tensei. Everything. Fucking him blitzing him, he get fucking blown away. His fucking, snakes, whatever the fuck he wants to throw at him, he'll blow that shit away. And
I'll say
he,
this though, Jay. Like, we do see ninja be able to fight without their eyes, and
yeah,
and Nagato does have a sensory path of pain too. Like, do you still think the passive pains could fight even if they are blind, or no? Like, it's too much of a hindrance. Like, because I do know, like, when their vision, linked vision gets jeopardized, like, it's really hard, right? Like, they're kind of in a one-on-one scenario, and like we saw Jiraiya kind of exploiting that, and then
yeah.
he was kind of fucking him up to a degree. But do you think it'd be like really, really detrimental, or like it just I don't know, like just a thought, like thinking like is that like a guaranteed,
It's
or
not.
like they all just get wiped? Like I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
I don't think
Because
it's
like me,
guaranteed.
my guaranteed is the
Yeah.
sound genjutsu,
Oh,
but
that one's a
you
problem.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
that one's probably more
like that's a
likely.
big problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say that one's more likely
yeah.
to defeat him.
So that's what I'm saying.
The
Like,
the blinding one,
yeah.
it's not
Because like
guaranteed.
what did Sasuke and Itachi do? Didn't they just activate their Susanoo? They're like, oh shit, we can't see, so they just
Yeah,
like they did like a shield or something.
they did a shield. I
Yeah,
think
like
I think
that's what I'm
Nagato.
saying. Like what Pain could do, what Pain could he just do Shino Tensei.
Yeah,
He could just do that. Like,
go on
oh,
the
he can't see,
defensive.
boom, Shino Tensei, stop this bullshit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then just get rid of it. Like he could just blow it away. Like there's that too. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like at the end of the day, like I feel like Pain with all the hacks he has and how smart he is, he can find a way to deal with what Kabuto throws at him. But again, like Jay said, it's just the timing and the circumstance. Like if Kabuto does it in a way, I can see Pain going down. I can definitely see it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like, and here's the thing. Here's the worst case scenario. Even if Kabuto does somehow defeat all six, right, with like his hacks, now Nagato knows what he's capable of. He just gets six other fucking corpses, and he's definitely fucking killing him.
yeah.
He's definitely killing him right after.
He'd
Like,
have to kill
I'm not gonna
Nagato
lie. I'm
quickly.
sorry, but Kabuto's
Yeah,
dying on the next encounter.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He would have to find Nagato right
Like he would have to
away.
know where he's at,
Yeah, exactly. If not,
and he
he'll
wouldn't be able to. He
nah.
wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to do it. He doesn't have what Naruto has, like that fucking tracking bullshit like that. It's different. That's frog, shit.
Yeah, I think more
So like, that's what I'm
likely.
saying. Like
Yeah, he
he
would win.
just yeah.
He
But,
would definitely win one life. What's going on, Mr. Pillow? Appreciate you, brother. Kabuto honestly has no business being this busted. Facts, bro. Have you guys seen? Have you guys been checking
yeah,
out other
Kabuto's
anime?
no joke though.
No,
Like
he's a
he's
monster. Yeah,
pretty
he's a
impressive.
monster.
Like yeah, give him his flowers. Like, but like I will always say this. Like I don't like it when people try to say he does scale to Itachi, right? Like
Yeah,
that is where I'm like, eh.
yeah. Itachi was holding
You know what I
back.
mean? Because like he was trying to kill Itachi and rewire his fucking seal so he can have him on his side, while Itachi is not. You know what I mean? Like it's the complete opposite, and people forget that. So it's like I can't just grant like, oh yeah, he has whatever feats. Therefore, like no, there's context, right? And then when you even analyze it, Itachi was still bitching him.
Yeah,
He was just fucking with
he
him.
set him up the whole time.
Like
Izanami.
he was
Yeah,
setting him up the entire time for like that. I think that alone should show it. Like the fact that because Izanami is a step-by-step process, you have to
yeah.
set it up A, B, C, D.
Like,
The fact that Itachi had all the time to do that, protect Sasuke in the process, which is why he got caught lacking in the first place, and then like even be able to cut his horn off, a Sage Mode user, like you know how cracked the reaction time and
physically. Yeah,
sensory ability, and he could still cut his horn off. That's fucking
that's
crazy,
wild.
bro.
That's
Like,
physical speed.
and that's physically
Yeah,
physical. Imagine him doing Susanoo. He's getting blitzed.
yeah. He
He's
would have
getting
killed his
fucking
ass
blitzed.
if he
So it's
wanted
like,
to.
so that's what I'm saying. I hate it when people try to highball Kabuto. It's like,
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here with that shit.
like he's strong.
Like,
He's strong, but he's not like top Akatsuki level strong. He's not.
yeah, like Itachi applied chakra to his sword, okay, and Kabuto is using Sage Mode chakra scraple, like shit that can do like Byakugan fucking gentle fist shit. Like we saw what he did in Tsunade, right?
Facts.
Like, and Itachi just blocks that attack effortlessly with a sword. This man's using chakra in Sage Mode, and Itachi's only in enhancing his sword with chakra, and he's still able to have an equal clash. Like Itachi is no fucking joke, bro.
Yeah, dude
Like
is a monster. He's a
it's a
monster,
monster.
even holding back.
Yeah.
So, which is fucking crazy.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, the other question as far as MS in real life, MS ability in real life, I would use what's most practical. Probably what would
That's
be
all I'm
most
saying.
yeah, what would be most practical in the real world? It'd probably be something like let's see, what would be a good one?
Kodo would be clutch because you could just
Kodo.
get whatever
That's
you want.
true. That's true. That you could literally get whatever you
I'm not
want.
gonna lie. You just
Yeah.
you just get like anybody you talk with, like you're basically great. It's like mind control. You know what I mean? Like, but here's my issue though. The only problem is like, let's say like you run into like an unfortunate incident where you're dealing with a criminal, or I don't know, someone puts a fucking hit on you, whatever the case may be. That you might be fucked. You know what I mean? Because that's not like unless you know they're there, you can get caught lacking, right?
Facts.
So like that's the only con to that. But it's like, it's like, what do you pick? Do you pick what's more practical overall use, or do you pick what for survivability, right?
Yeah. Facts. That is
So
true.
that's kind of like what's interesting about it.
Yeah.
So like practical, I say Kodo, because you could influence a group of people too, or just one. Um, if it's like for survivability, I would say Kamui,
Facts.
but
Yeah.
that's what I
Survivability
would say.
combo. I mean, you'll be
You
like
know,
invincible. Yeah.
because it's in comedy always automatic too.
It's like passive.
Like,
Yeah.
well, you do have to activate the MS though. To be fair, you do have to use neurotransmission,
Yeah.
activate the MS, and then now it's
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you could
Yeah.
still be caught lacking. Then that's the
Yeah.
problem. Because
You
like,
get
imagine
shot or
someone
some
shoots a
shit.
fucking airstrike at your house. Like, you're
Facts.
dead.
You're
You won't
cooked.
be able to activate comma. You're just dead.
Yeah. Or if you
But
get
yeah,
shot.
honestly, you know what?
Yeah.
Nah, like yeah, I just yeah, I would just go with what not Kami. As crazy as it sounds, Kodomatakami. I feel
Yeah.
like that would be the
In
most
the real world,
practical.
it's the most useful. Yeah.
You just get whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you
Because let's
want.
be real, like unless you're fucking Goku or Superman, you're never gonna have complete survivability. You could always be caught off guard or
You get
lacking.
caught. Facts.
Always, you know.
Yeah. You can
Like
always get
if a
caught.
nuke gets sent to you, what is Kamui gonna do if you have no idea a nuke missile's coming down on you?
Facts. Yeah.
Like, you
Exactly.
know,
Like you're
like
cooked.
so.
Yeah. You're cooked.
Yeah,
So.
you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Kodo is the best. Everything else, like, it's just not practical. Yeah, like you said, the Conway, you can still get cooked. You get shot. You get fucking stabbed and not notice it. Like, then
Yeah.
there's
Or
Amaterasu.
Tsukiyomi. Oh, here's Jay. What about this? Tsukiyomi versus Kodo. Because to be fair, you can make people, you could make them do what you want technically, but you could also do some crazy shit and kill them
That's
without,
true.
and there would be no evidence to connect it
Yeah.
technically to you either.
It'd be like
It's
a
all mental,
sudden death
you know.
to other people.
Like, so you kind of basically have like mind control and fatal ability. Like, now thinking about it, is Tsukiyomi better?
Tsukiyomi,
Like,
yeah, you could basically do whatever you can make
you
people
can
see whatever
do
you want.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
can make them see whatever. You can make them do whatever, or you could kill them. You
Yeah,
could even give them a whole life of
like
happiness.
in like 2
Like, let's
seconds.
say, like, here, all right, this is kind of sad. This is kind of sad to think about, and I hate this as a topic, but it's unfortunate. But for instance, like, you know how there's kids that have
Yeah,
cancer, or people that have cancer. Like, if I could go to a hospital and look at that kid in the eye, because he's gonna die anyways, right? Tsukiyomi or whatever, and then bam, I give him like the life he wanted, right? Like
80-year
he's
life.
happy, he gets to live
Yeah,
the whole nine, have a family, 80-year life effortlessly, no problema, boom.
picosecond.
And yeah, he passes, but like at least he was able to live a whole life instead of dying by a very, tragic fucking disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like, I don't know, now thinking about it, Tsukiyomi just feels like you get a way more, like more control elements. I think
that
I
is
got to
true.
go with Tsukiyomi. I
Yeah,
don't know,
that is
but
true. There's more.
yeah,
There's more versatility with it. How do you rank DMS
Tachi's the
Obito?
goat.
Yeah, facts. He's literally the goat. How do you rank DMS Obito in terms of strength relative to other heavy hitters? Meaning that Obito turned good and decided to help Naruto if he was given a sense of being in place in a tournament. So if DMS Obito was at full power,
Okay,
so if we're excluding six pass, where he gets six
he'd
pass,
be a fucking monster.
yeah, he'd be a fucking beast. Then you can start arguing whether or not,
Cause he's cells, right? Is that
yeah,
is that still right?
yeah, yeah. So we know he'd have double the
Okay,
speed.
yeah.
He'd have double the speed. We all know how fast he was with the orange mask with his one eye. Um, you can start arguing
Yeah,
that
Minato had to use Flying Raijin to get out of his combo.
yeah,
If
that's
he
with
didn't
one
have
eye.
Flying Raijin, he would have died.
Yeah,
So, and that's with one eye. So if he has double the speed,
he probably would
Minato
have beat
actually
Minato.
dies.
Yeah.
Like it changes a lot. It changes everything. Yeah, he beats Minato. Like, and in theory, isn't it like the way the Sharingan works, Jay, where if you have both eyes, you actually can tap into your full power, whatever,
Yeah.
the whole nine yada yada, and like you're technically stronger, right?
Yeah.
Like physically too.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's legit, but
It makes sense
yeah,
because if you're double the speed, I mean, you have double the AP, right, theoretically. So he
yeah.
probably is even stronger. Overall, he would just be more powerful, more capable physically, hits harder, moves faster, could snipe you. Obviously, he had long distance comedy as well. Um, I just think he'd be
Dude,
a fucking
that man could
monster.
just do it all though. Like
Yeah, above
he'd be a
Minato.
fucking monster, bro.
Yeah,
He would have Susanoo. He would have
yeah,
Susanoo. Imagine a
and
Kamui
Susanoo. Oh
Susanoo.
Jesus
Like
Christ,
what the
that's fucking
fuck?
crazy. He'd be above Minato. Let's say
Like
that.
honestly, like yeah, he's definitely above Minato. Like nobody, honestly, I can't really see anyone beating him except for like Hashirama and
Madara.
like fucking yeah, Hashirama. He can maybe beat Madara though,
But there's an
maybe.
argument now. Yeah, there's an argument now that he
Um,
can beat him.
There's an argument, yeah, because to be fair, with just the Rinnegan, like he had a lot of comparisons, like narratively or whatever. And it's I'm not saying he was the strongest Madara. Fuck no. But because we literally see Guy over here fighting with him like the whole like, and he's not Guy Kakashi level. He was just fucking nerfed in the whole nine. But like with the narrative statements, like with him having the Rinnegan and just his power and whatnot, like he was constantly being compared to Madara, like or like in a similar extent. Like when they did their fire style jutsu, there was even a statement along that where like their power was very, relative or whatnot.
Facts.
So like overall what I'm getting at, like there's an argument in a way. I'm not saying it's concrete, but you could say he could potentially now beat Madara, which is crazy.
There's an argument now that he could beat
Amui's
Madara.
insane.
Yeah,
Like Jubi Madara couldn't even blitz Kamui. He tried to kill Obito, but
that's true. Yeah,
he couldn't even. Yeah, like so, like that's what I'm saying. Kamui is fucking busted. So like,
correct.
honestly, like Madara's not gonna be able to hit him because literally fucking he's like has Kamui like, and if he does the Susanoo, he'll be able to hit Madara, but he can't fucking Madara can't hit him, and he has Hashirama cells. But see, this is the problem. If it's EMS Madara, I see EMS Madara losing because he'll just get outlasted, right?
Yeah,
But if it's Edo Madara or Live Madara, that's where it's very interesting. To where I think a Live Madara wins, especially if he has Renegon. Definitely wins. I could see that. But if he's Edo Madara, like, what do you think on that, Jay?
and Madara.
Like,
The only problem is,
what?
like, I mean, he could BFR him. Obviously, you could just remove him with a Kamui, but straight up toe
Yeah,
to toe. I don't know if he's because Edomador would never fatigue. He probably, I'd see him
yeah, that's what I'm
maybe
saying.
beating him with the fucking just comboing his ass away. That's possible. Um,
Yeah. Like, do you think Madara could just time like a body flicker, like how basically what minutes it in to somehow catch him lacking, or no, like he'd
I
just be too fast because having both.
man, that double the speed
Like,
shit is
does
ridiculous.
it just not get anywhere? Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like does it
Yeah,
just not get anywhere? Like what does Madara do? Like
yeah,
like like he has the Rinnegan. Okay, honestly, it kind of comes to the question of like, do you think Shinra Tensei could deal with Kamu? And it's like, can it? Can it not? Like,
yeah.
but
It's a
um,
big problem. He'd
but I don't know.
yeah, his margin of error would be smaller than most than he's used to probably, because that guy like you make one mistake, you're
Yeah.
in another dimension, you're cooked. But
And Madara has Susanoo to defend him from Kamui, by the way. So even like if Madara does start getting hit by Kamui, all he has to do is activate Susanoo, and that's like his barrier. Now the Kamui is affecting the barrier instead. Like, because remember,
yeah,
it's based on eyesight. So if Obito sees Madara, right, but then now Madara does Susanoo, he's seeing the Susanoo instead of Madara, and it's hitting that,
yeah,
So like Madara has many ways to protect himself from Kamui, but they're basically spamming their hack. They're just not getting anywhere. That's the
yeah,
problem. So it's like you kind of have to like now analyze it narratively. Like, who do you think? Because the only could be Obito is if you're fast.
yep.
That's what we've seen.
The
That's
only
what we
way.
know, right?
Yeah,
But the problem is he has double the speed now with Kami, whatever, blah blah. So it's like, and I can't remember, Jay. Did he have both eyes, or did he only have one when he calmly Jubimaru's attack?
I
So I can't remember.
think
Like,
he might
I
have
think he
had.
only had one.
He might have only
I
had
don't fucking
one.
know.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
about
like,
that.
Yeah, I think it was one because he that's yeah, it was one because he was talking to Jui Madara. Madara was trying to convince him to come back to his side. Obito walks up to him and then he stabs Madara. And he's like, "Fuck you, whatever." And then Madara tries to stab him back, but he does combo and he couldn't
Yeah,
hit him.
exactly.
So which is insane. Like Jubi physically speed, like not even Jubi Madara can tag him in his face. Like
Yeah,
that jutsu activation is ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just no way Edo Madara is tagging him. He's just not gonna tag him.
facts.
Like I don't know. It just
Uh,
comes to who outlast and like what do you think's better, Edo regeneration J or Hashirama cells?
yeah, exactly.
I gotta fuck it up.
Uh,
So
$5 from Samantha. Thank you, Samantha. W. Put that on the screen. W.
super
Super
chat,
chat.
Samantha.
W chat. W super
Sir.
chat. By the way, folks, we'll go a few. We're gonna go an extra 5 minutes for sure, but we'll go a few more minutes and then another 5 minutes because Samantha donated 5. So if you want it to go even longer, more super chats. Any super chats in general, really appreciated. We appreciate you. Put you on the screen real quick.
Do it.
Appreciate that. We need more stoic men like you in Western society. Appreciate that, bro. We do need more stoic men.
Yeah.
You're right. Put that on the screen. Thanks again, Samantha, for the $5. W. Let's see here. So Obito always had the potential to be one of the strongest Hokages if he stayed good, even with Green dying. Facts. Do you think Itachi can win against top tiers of Dragon Ball like Beerus via his Genjutsu or the Susanoo? The Susanoo, hell no, because Beerus could just launch his ass into space and he'd suffocate. As far as Genjutsu,
Yeah.
the argument I hear is that, and it makes sense, Genjutsu only affects those with chakra networks because the definition, semantical definition of Genjutsu is, basically the trance of someone's chakra network from their eye receptors, and if
Being
you don't
disturbed.
have being disturbed, and if you don't have a chakra network, then you cannot be affected. And obviously, Dragon Ball characters have ki. They don't have chakra networks.
Like yeah, like maybe you could argue like it's key like energy like it's a similar element so it could still be influenced like it's just affecting the key energy now,
Yeah,
but we don't know. You could easily argue against that and be like, well, no, it's not chakra though, so therefore it can't work, right? So like yeah, that's a hard one. Like we just don't know.
Now, if you
Like
equalize and then you say anything either uses affects the other, then Genjutsu could work. But if
yeah,
Beerus fights with killer intent, before even Itachi realizes what happens, he'd be obliterated. So there's that. Beerus
yeah.
is a fucking monster, and he's
And
easily
you could even argue like Beerus could withstand the Tsukiyomi, like he could
yeah.
just take it,
He's so
like
powerful.
because of how powerful he is.
Yeah, he's
Like
literally
you
universal.
guys got to remember like in Dragon Ball Super like their power levels it goes for everything, not just physical, their mental as well. Like
Yeah,
if their mental was weak, then they would just lose to fucking psychic people or psychic aliens or the whole nine, right? Like or even psychic technology and whatever, just anything within that spectrum that would be their kryptonite, and that's not the case. Like they're just so powerful, like you can't really do that either, you know? So like
facts.
in theory, argument wise, like unless you can somehow prove Itachi's skills to Dragon Ball Super scaling, which he doesn't, like he could just shrug it off. Like, yeah, he deals with it and goes through, hell, right? But like it's you can't really say it would do the same effect like it did to Kakashi, right? Or to anyone else. So
Exactly.
that's the problem.
Yeah,
But
Beerus is easily, not even like barely, easily universal. It's like he easily is at that level, even with him like not using his full power. So we're talking about two completely different levels of power. The only hope Itachi would have is again if you presuppose that Genjutsu works on Beerus and that it would affect Beerus. That's literally the only hope he has. Physically, there's literally 0% chance. There's nothing you could do to even scratch him. He's at his mercy physically. There's nothing. Amaterasu would not even fucking phase him. Fucking kunais, punching, whatever the fuck it is, nothing. There's nothing that he could do. So
but, yeah, like think of Jigen, guys. You saw how Jigen bitched everything. Saw like his mom, his perfect Susanoo, like everything he did, he just bitched it, right?
yeah,
That's what Beerus would do.
literally, there's nothing he could do at all. Apparently, Trump said he's pulling ice out of the cities. He's ending the ice campaign. Well, hopefully, if that's the case, hopefully it is. That kind of lowers the tension that there's been with that whole debacle. So, if you could get Naruto a cool Kekkei Genkai to diversify his kit, what would it be and why? A cool Kekkei Genkai. Honestly, probably Sharingan, because imagine this. Let's say he has Kurama inside of him,
Yeah.
right? He could do what Madara did all the time. Summon the Kurama avatar and just summon a Susanoo at the same time. He'd have double the armor, double the power, maybe double his stats. He'd be even just more of a monster, literally. And his reaction times would improve. His physical speed would improve. He'd have probably MS abilities as well, if his MS is awakened. Arguably, you could say he'd have EMS just on the spot because of the vast amount of chakra he possesses. He'd be a fucking monster. So probably Sharingan. That would be overkill. That's why they never gave him Sharingans. He'd be literally invincible at that point. But yeah, folks, any questions at all, folks? Feel free.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a good stream, though. It's a good stream. It's good to be
stream.
back, guys. Oh, also, I hope you guys all had a good Valentine's as well.
Facts.
Hope it was good.
Valentine's just passed.
Anybody that had ladies, however you fuck with, whatever way you go. Hope you guys, it was good. You had a great time, and stay safe out there. And yeah, so just wanted to kind of bring that up and mention it.
Yeah, hopefully you guys get to use any of your Riz out there. Valentine's got to Riz some people up, or if you have a
and not no trash Riz like Naruto. Like I mean, like Kakashi level Riz, like Kakashi level
Itachi,
Riz.
Sasuke,
Sasuke,
yeah, Gojo,
Neji,
fucking Goku at his prime. Guys like that.
And the only Naruto Riz is Okage Naruto. He also has Riz, like just automatically. Like whenever chicks are around him, like
even in the last, he was rizzing people. He was rizzing like.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
damn. Oh yeah, the girls will try to like get it with it, and Hinata was getting like.
She was like, "Bitch, I'm going to 64 palm all your bitch asses." So I was like, "Damn, bro."
She got so sad, like she literally like just ran away, and then Sakura's like, "You're so dense, Naruto," and he's like, "What I do?" He's like, "I didn't tell this bitch to go on me and make me go on a date with her."
Facts. He's like, "Bitch, not my fault. I got Riz. The fuck." Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
He's got unintentional.
And it's like, hey, you're the last one saying shit. I fucking chased her ass for 16 years and went through hell. And just for you to fucking sob and see everything I did for you, and then try to tell me you love me and lie to my fucking face.
Yeah, facts. Like, the fuck? Like, bitch, who you talking to? Like,
fuck you.
Fuck? Yeah, facts. Like, he had unintentional Riz by the time he was, like, early 20s. Like, he was that guy. So, just like his father. Deontay Wilder's fighting again against Derek Chisora. Yeah, Deontay Wilder, man, he's a interesting case. When he was undefeated, he was literally Mike Tyson. Until he fought, of course, Fury. Got fucked up 2 or 3 times. Obviously, his power is ridiculous. I think he actually hits harder than Mike Tyson. I don't think he's a better boxer than Mike Tyson, but he hits harder. I've never seen a man knock another man out by hitting him on the forehead. I've never, ever seen that before. I've never seen Francis Ngannou do that. I've never seen anyone else do that. He's the only guy I've ever seen hit someone at the top of the skull, where it's arguably the densest, and still knock them out. That's the amount of power that Wilder possesses. That is fucking ridiculous. So, I'd give Naruto
motherfucker's a superhuman. Yeah, some fucking goddamn
superhuman AP.
Gorilla type shit.
That's
literally,
superhuman AP. That's like some fucking, I don't know, beyond human. I personally give Naruto Storm Release like Darui. It's underutilized. Storm Release is fire, yeah. But yeah, folks, a couple more minutes, then we already went over another 5, so we'll start doing $1 per minute.
Just like always, guys, donations to stay going, or donation for reaction videos.
Or for reactions,
$1 per minute. Anything you guys want to do, if you want to keep it going, whatever, we're here for you.
Yes, sir. So that's what it'll be, a couple more minutes, and we'll do that. We do reactions for a minute. We do commission videos. I know a couple people last stream are interested in some videos. You guys can always privately message me about that. We could, I feel like I give fair rates. If you guys want to, it doesn't even have to be Naruto. It can be another anime or sports or whatever you guys want that I know of. I'm formed on. I will do for, a price. So please feel free. But But yeah, like Batman said, hope you guys had a good Valentine's. This year's flying by. We're already in mid February, which is just
In fucking
crazy.
February, man. Yeah, mid.
Mid February, bro.
It's
It's
going, dude.
crazy. It's
It's
going.
fucking going.
We want this year to
Yeah,
be
and hey, and that's why that's exactly why what Jay's been saying, like we're trying to be back in our A game and get back
facts.
into it, the grind, the whole because time flies, man, before you fucking know it. It
Facts,
really
bro.
does.
We're trying to take advantage.
So,
Just
and also to give you guys an update on my end, I know Jay's been still doing his thing. He's released some bangers so far. He's about to release a couple more bangers as well towards either the end of this month of February or at least the beginning of March, bare minimum.
facts.
I will also myself be getting back into the content creation side of things. A lot more uploads with the gaming stuff if you guys like that. Some more reactions and kind of get back into the groove of things. I just had a lot of things going on, a lot of adjustments and moving around a lot because and shit. And so it's just been a lot. And also getting a schedule change, which would be really nice too, due to a new rank up. So that'd be nice. I'll be more of mids and I'll be available a lot earlier now and stuff. So which would be cool. We have a
Yeah.
set schedule. So yeah, things gonna be a lot more productive. But just to kind of keep you guys in the loop.
Facts. Yeah, we definitely
So
want this to be, our year, your guys' year as far as the content. I want to expand. I got TikTok's X. We want to expand there as well. Just give you guys all kinds of content. Keep you guys entertained. Many forms, many options. Just keep things fresh. Comic books, media that will drop soon. We'll probably make videos on that, discuss that. As far as the streams, we do want to have guests on. We'll probably maybe do a reaction stream next week. Pick a video or two,
yeah,
perhaps, or a gaming stream or something. Something keep it fresh and keep it lit.
yeah.
But yeah, folks, hope you guys enjoyed. W stream, W chat, just W super chat. Thanks again, Samantha. And we'll see you next week, folks. Peace out and God bless.